is it me or is it Jimbo Fisher and Texas A&M is both overrated in college football today? Ever since Jimbo Fisher stepped on that college campus of 2018, have only had one 10-win season, and that was in COVID year. They were 10-1 and missed the playoffs barely. Ever since they've been 8-4, and they're supposed to be playoff contenders this year, but I was wrong again. I got fooled. I bought into the hype, and I realized Texas A&M has reached their ceiling, and it is 8-4. Every time we think they're going to do good and be contenders for the playoffs, they wind up 4-3 when they reach Alabama, or 3-3 or whatever it is, and they always fall short of that standard we're supposed to see. I want to ask Texas A&M fans and the boosters and stuff, how long are you going to be waiting on Jimbo Fisher to take you 8-win seasons? Because that's y'all ceiling right now. Y'all been 8-4 for a couple of years. Ever since he stepped on there, you would think he'll take the next level of being 9-3 or 10-2, then 11-1, and be the next Georgia and Alabama. He's well below the mark. He might have top 5 and top 10 recruiting classes, but if you don't do anything with that talent, that doesn't mean anything. Starts at the top, and discipline starts at the top. They have a lot of penalties, turnovers, and it starts at the top. Then it boils down to the players. Jimbo Fisher's culture was never really good, especially in FSU. I never liked his coaching style either. He can't handle certain situations at all. He's hard-headed, bullheaded. I think he way over his head. All that talking trash versus Nick Saban was a smokescreen. We bought into it. We thought Texas A&M was going to be really good, but now we're halfway to the season and they're sitting 3-2 with the loss to Appalachian State and Mississippi State. But I don't get it. Y'all lost to Appalachian State, but y'all beat Miami and you beat Arkansas, but you're flat on your face versus Mississippi State and got blown out. That makes no sense to me. They are so inconsistent. Jimbo Fisher don't know what he's doing. His offense is miserable. No matter who's the quarterback, Max Johnson or Haynes King, they're both terrible. If you have top 5 and top 10 recruiting classes, why are your quarterback rooms struggling? Why is your defense average when in the last couple of years has been good? This year has not been good for Texas A&M. We are foolish to even think they're playoff contenders. They are a letdown. Jimbo Fisher, he got to be on the hot seat. I got to ask. I mean, when is the Texas A&M fans and boosters going to crank up the pressure on Jimbo Fisher to win more games? Y'all paid him way beyond you're supposed to, in my opinion. When you talk about 8-4 record, 8-4 record, 8-4 record for the next 3 years, and you pay him a whole bunch of money just for the same record. I wouldn't pay him until he start improving. All I see is like plateau, 8-4, 8-4 for. You want to go 10-2 and 11-1, be contenders of the championship, but Texas A&M don't think that way, and that's okay. That's why they're always in the mid-tier range of the SEC West. And I don't want to hear about Texas A&M being playoff contenders anymore. I won't even say it myself until they show me they are better than an 8-4 team, and they can be 9-3 or at least 10-2. They got to get off this 8-4 stretch for me to believe them again. I can't believe I actually bought into the hype of them being 8-4. When last year they were 4-3 at this time versus Alabama, and somehow beat Alabama, and all of a sudden they finished 8-4 again. So I'm not buying into no more hype of them being in playoff contenders. I knew it was a little bit far-fetched when they were high ranked in the polls in the top 10 like that. I was like, well, didn't they finish 8-4? They should at least be top 15 or top 20, at least ranked at least of that. But they were way overhyped, and not the only one is Notre Dame. They were in the top 5. So those two are the most letdown teams of 2022 so far. Doesn't mean Texas A&M might beat Alabama. I mean, who knows? I have them on Upset Alert, and that's the next video coming up later today. Check that out, Upset Alert for Week 6. We have Alabama, Texas A&M, and I explain why they're on Upset Alert. But I wouldn't go past them. They beat Alabama again. They did it last year, but I can't believe this. They are so overrated, though. I can't believe they bought in the hype. And what's so bad about Jimbo Fisher? He had a good quarterback, Kellen Mond. He was like a B minus, B plus player, but with the system of Jimbo Fisher made him a C minus player. Jimbo Fisher's system is way outdated and it shows on the field, the product on the field, and losing the teams they shouldn't be and getting blown out. but an unexpected team. So that's Jimbo Fisher and Texas A&M for you. They always do something backwards than everybody else in the SEC because they want to be different, because they are special. Well, congratulations, Texas A&M. You're very overrated. I don't think nobody's going to buy into your hype no more. And Jimbo Fisher, you're going to be on the hot seat.